world. How you doing? We're live. Oh my god, it's a thing. Hope you all are doing well. I'm getting an echo because I have my Twitch stream on. Let's not have that happen. We are live, and we are back, and we're going to play some more Quest today, and that sounds like a fun thing to do. We're going to continue our story from last time, 2 weeks ago. And we will continue this story in 2 weeks after the session. I wanted to get that out there early because, next week I am off running a stream for someone else or playing someone else's stream or someone else's game or whatever. And that'll be a lot of fun, but unfortunately it conflicts with this time slot. So unfortunately that happens sometimes. So we'll be back with this story in 2 weeks after this. But for now, welcome to Which One Do I Roll? A game, a show in which we play lots of different games and check out different dice and ask the question, which one do I roll? It's a lot of fun. In this game, the answer is a d20. You roll a d20. You don't have to worry about adding anything. You just roll that d20. Or you spend that action point to accomplish the narrative goal that you want. You specially through the uses of powers and abilities, which you unlock at various levels. In fact, you unlock one every session. Speaking of which, let's see what people unlocked. I'm so curious. What did you take? Nia, what did your character take? And what is your character's name to remind us and the audience? And definitely not me, who has a good note.
I am playing Bianca, she, her. She's a doctor, and I took Restore, which is the last bit in healing.
Ooh, the last bit in healing? So there's no more healing to be had?
No more healing to be had.
What does Restore do?
You touch a creature, completely restoring it to its normal state.
Wow. Cool. Costs 7 action points. Wow, that's a lot of action points.
You can use that like once a session, once every other session if you want to be safe.
Yeah, I mean, if that, right? They're 7 points. You gain 5 points a session. That's a lot. I wonder if I can reward you guys with action points in the system. What's interesting?
You can.
I can? How do I do that? Are there rules for that?
Or do you give us action points? It's straight up just like you do it. You just can. I'll actually look up the thing in a minute here.
Well, that sounds good. Good for me to be aware of, that I can reward you guys with action points. And now that I know that, thanks to Ash there, I will make sure that I do that. So everyone, say thank you, Ash, because Ash is going to reward you all. Is going to.
I will give nothing
with action points. So excellent. Thank you. Yeah. Glad that Bianca has the ability to restore people. We'll have to find someone for her to restore. That sounds good. Faye, playing, if I'm not mistaken, Ronan, the ranger. Nope, not the ranger. Ronan, the... Yeah. Is it a ranger?
Ranger, yes. The ranger assistant to tip the mouse.
Ranger assistant to tip the mouse.
Tip.
What did you take?
I took Whisper on the Wind, which is where you whisper a message carried by the wind, summoning a flying animal to come to your aid. So I'm a, animated prince at this point.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's great. You are an animated prince. You're also secretly Radagast the Brown.
Is it a secret?
Not really.
I mean,
Does Faye smoke? It's a little
bit of a secret, considering we've got Pete here too. I think Pete also has a little bit of a claim on Radagast.
Between 3 of the people in this party, we have 1 full Radagast.
I'd say so.
That seems fair. Excellent. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. How many action points does that thing cost?
By the way, adventure points is what it's called.
Adventure points.
Oh. I honestly don't know because I don't have the book.
What? Do you know which tree it's in?
It is the last one on the Tree of Friend.
It's the last one on the Tree of Friend.
Whisper on the Wind?
Yeah.
No action points.
No action.
Adventure points. Okay, action points is better. Fuck that. We're using action points.
Adventure points. No, adventure points. Isn't it 4? I see it as 4.
I did not see any in that one.
Whisper on the Wind. Whisper 4.
Oh, I'm dumb. I looked at the numbers like, that's not right. Yes, 4.
Okay.
4 action points. Excellent. Sounds good to me. Pete the Naturalist.
Yeah, yes.
How are you doing?
Great. Good.
Good. I'm glad that you are great. Do you have a ability that you took?
Yes, I took Wild Aspect in the Spirit Caller tree. You harness the aspect of one of 3 wild creatures gaining heightened physical capabilities.
Ooh. Oh, cool. So it's sort of like what you were doing before, except like in part.
Yeah, in a limited fashion, like Ash did with them.
Yeah, I
think,
like it.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, get the eyes of the eagle. Get the you purr softly under your breath. Oh my god.
Choice. Yeah.
If you become a cat, you purr softly under your breath, imbuing up to 6 nearby creatures with the spirit of the cat. For the next hour, affected creatures gain the ability to see things nearby in complete darkness, as if they were in a dimly lit room. The effect cannot pierce magical darkness. Wow. You purr to cause that. Marcus,
Yeah, I'm
I
into
may
that.
hear Pete purr at some point. Just saying. Um, and last but not least, Ash playing Cam. How you doing?
I'm good. This is my ability.
It is not in focus.
There. Is that better?
Yes, that's definitely better. We can tell.
Okay, that's great. I took Mimic, which gives me a magic pen that I can use to that guides my hand to copy any writer's personal style. I can also create forgeries of official seals on the other side of it by bringing the Mimic pencil within reach of a handwritten document. It automatically learns how to reproduce that document's handwriting, style, signatures, and seals.
That's very useful.
And for 2 adventure points, I can use the pen to create a single document forged in any style it has previously learned, including the reproduction of any official stamps or seals.
You can reproduce seals.
I can reproduce seals,
Literally,
but not otters.
But not otters. Okay, okay, I can work with that.
Also,
we'll honor the mimic for some reason.
yes, this is good. If you want to know, I do have the thing up for adventure points and how to award them.
Oh, good. Tell me. How do I award?
The Gade. You're the Gade now. You're the Gade.
I'm happy.
The Gade may also award players with AP for role-playing well, solving puzzles, defeating villains, reaching goals, or encouraging fun. I just went along with it. Pretty much whatever the fuck you want.
Cool.
Is what it is.
So I get to keep points if you encourage fun, accomplish goals, defeat villains.
Dispute them, yeah.
Or role play.
We dispute them. Just debate the villains and make them completely irreparable.
You know, one of my favorite games is a game about debating people. It's a lot of fun. Okay.
Is it Ace Attorney?
No, it was Burning Wheel. Not a big
Oh, that's good too.
One of my favorite RPGs is famous for having duel of wits mechanics that function like fight mechanics in other systems, where like there's lots of details about how you retort and parry and
objection,
dismiss. Excellent. Sorry, total tangent. Anyway, back to Quest. So there you go. Let's let us do this thingamajig and see where we are and where we're going and all that good stuff. So, here we are. Where are we?
In breaking into Rispa's house.
Yeah, we've got a stealth mission plan for you. Yes.
Yes, and I believe everybody in the party went. I distinctly remember not being alone.
Sounds good to me. So we've got a stealth mission for all of you then.
At the dismay of Cam, but to the excitement of Ash.
Fair enough. Excellent. Yeah, so the plan is to break into Corporal Rispa's house.
Yes.
Okay. And what's our intention once we're inside Corporal Rispa's house?
We are looking for anything to ruin her credibility. So nice letters. God, I love how we made that canon that they have to keep a log of their corruptions.
How to get their tax write-off.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't get tax write-offs without being an asshole. So we are trying to ruin her reputation for the information of the local newspaper signal, the local newspaper, so we can find the person whose journal we found near this where the star might have been.
Yeah, that's a good plan. So, so you're looking for a way to ruin Corporal Rispa without killing or hurting her, really?
Yes.
So,
not directly.
Yeah. So, what time is it when you guys are approaching?
I'd say late evening, like towards sunset region, sunset dusk, somewhere around there.
Yeah. And just gonna go around in a circle and ask some questions. We're gonna see how this works out.
Mhm.
See what happens. So it's late evening when you get there. Bianca, you guys know Corporal Rispa's schedule now. You've stolen it. You
Yes.
have followed her. So Bianca, where is Corporal Rispa right now?
What time did we say it was?
Evening. Late evening.
She is out right now, and she has a person she drinks with all the time around this time.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a drinking buddy. Is it a drinking buddy or is it one of her gambling buddies that we established she has?
We'll say a gambling buddy.
And by buddy, we know that that relationship is a little bit fraught. Excellent. Ronan, why did you guys choose this time? Is it just because she's out, or is there additional reason to try and bust this girl?
Maybe, I don't know. I'd honestly say just Cover of Darkness is the best option, but we'd also have to account for her. Is it her wife or her girlfriend? I think it's her wife.
The wife, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe her wife also has to be out of the house at this time.
Perfect. Yeah, this is one of the few times when both of them are out of the house. So where do you think her wife is?
I can't remember creating a circumstance for that for both of them. I'm looking through all of my notes though.
Is it because the wife is actually the sister of
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we're going for.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the wife is the wife meeting with Mowgli, her brother?
I don't think so.
No?
Because they're not on good terms from what I recall.
Yeah, that's true. They're not. So I just was curious. I mean, we can create something new, right? So don't worry about what is true. You can establish what is true.
No, it's just like we use some of the stuff I had.
Yeah.
To create circumstances.
Maybe she has a secret vice, and by vice I mean secretly non-corruptible thing where she is a official cat cuddler at the local cat clinic, and volunteers on the sly because she has to keep up the reputation of being a bad person, but secretly just loves little kittens. So goes to this place when her wife is out, so that she.
So does she go in disguise, or
can she?
Yeah, of
She
course.
has to.
Would she have
has
to? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like a really well-known, very unreputable banker. From what I remember.
Yeah. She's an unreputable banker who has a vice of cat cuddling. I love it. I think that's great. So Pete, this is the time that we have chosen. This is the hour that we've chosen. What's our first step? How do we approach? What does it look like when this group of people approaches? Are we approaching together, or are we approaching separately? What do you think, Pete?
I don't know. I also wouldn't want to choose for other people, but I think I would. I think I'd still be an owl because I don't want to use up as many action adventure points as I have. So I think I would take to the skies and perch up high somewhere, but maybe not right over the building or anything. I'm keeping watch, or I'm trying to.
Absolutely. The owl is keeping watch. So that brings us back to Cam. Cam, an owl is keeping watch over the estate, prepared to warn you all, perhaps with some sort of message of some sort, should it be necessary. What is your approach to this?
I'm imagining this to be like a pretty fancier house, so it has like a courtyard in the center it's built around. So perhaps we did some parkour to get on top of a nearby building to jump down into the courtyard and break our way in through there. Can
Cam do parkour easily?
I don't know. Is parkour a rollable thing?
It is now. Roll a d20.
I was actually I'm checking because I think it might be an ability I have.
If you have an ability, then you have an ability.
Not as like one of these ones, but I think it might be one of those abilities I need to have. I remember seeing that.
Oh, that's possible. Like looking at the thief stuff, there might be a thief ability that allows you to do that. It allows you to roll for ridiculous things.
Ridiculous? Really? I wouldn't say it's ridiculous, but
describe Cam for us again.
He's a bit bigger, but he's not like large. Okay, I think he'll just go through a door because he has lockpicks.
Fair enough. So you pick the lock. The owl is on the roof behind you. The rest of your team is with you. Why are they there? What are they there to help you with potentially?
I think Cam knows what he's looking for and has given each of them like a little piece of paper saying, grab these things if you find them. Or to call him over in the event that things seem a little out of place. So he can make document copies, he can do anything like that he needs. So he can have this information to recreate forgeries later or make copies in his dossier, all that.
Beautiful, yeah. So you have thieves tool. You have a lock. You have magic lockpicks or whatever.
Yes.
So the door pops open. Yeah. I keep on wanting to say Kaz. Sorry. Bianca. What did Cam send you for? What are you looking for?
Well, I think I'm not a athletic or particularly stealthy sleuth, but I have a discerning eye for like accessories and fashion and stuff like that. So I'm looking through that area, wardrobe, jewelry boxes, stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are you looking for?
Anything that doesn't belong, if that makes sense. Maybe like a bribe or like something like that.
Would a bribe be something that would ruin her reputation or increase it further, given that we've established the canon for these people is corruption is key?
Depends on who the bribe is from. So, why don't you roll a d20 for me? Let's see how this search goes.
10.
That's success with complication, is that
right? Tough choice.
Tough choice.
Page 13.
Thank you. I'm not. There we go. I should just have this open. I don't know why I have anything else open. This is the only page that has rules on it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. There is a particularly fancy brooch, something that is likely valuable, but you can tell that it is guarded by a magical protection of some sort, which implies that it might have even more significance than that. You don't know exactly what its significance is, but if you were to grab it just directly, you might trigger some sort of alarm or magical trap. Or you could ignore it and move on.
Well, if I don't find anything else while I'm searching, I'm probably going to hold off on grabbing it until it's closer to time for us to head out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. Then, Ronan. What were you sent to look for?
Since Ronan is not stealthy, he'll probably be sent to do the easy job, I guess, of just, why don't you just knock on the walls and see if there's anything hollow, kind of thing. And then I think he is going to ask Tip to search through the larder again, because you never know, you could have missed something.
Mm-hmm.
And they might have one of these.
Absolutely. So Tip is searching through the larder. I want you to roll a d20.
Okay.
Does Tip have automatic perception or anything like that? No, right?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
That would be a 9, friends.
That choice.
Tip is searching through the larder and looking around and finds a mouse hole. And goes inside this little mouse hole to talk to the other little mice. But Tip doesn't find any other mice inside this mouse hole. This clearly was a mouse hole. Tip tells you this. And but they are clearly gone. Something has gotten rid of them.
Okay.
You could search for this thing, whatever it is, but it might take a while.
Okay. I would then. I think Ronan would be nervous for Tip and put Tip back in his little pocket just to be safe.
Mhm.
And I think keep searching for a hidden door or panel or something
Mhm.
because it might just be a cat or something.
Yeah. Well, you find it. You find the hidden panel, and it clearly will open if you want it to.
Huh.
Looks like there's a secret door to some sort of secret compartment or secret tunnel or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll tell people about the secret tunnel compartment.
Mhm.
Be like, do you want to go in? Should we go in?
Cam will say we should do that in a few and not head in quite immediately. Sorry, I always do that. I think he realizes that if we start doing, clear every level as we go through rather than immediately going in and going through, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he is choosing not to run through it.
So Cam, where are you then?
Cam is going through. Is there an office or something on that first level?
Yes, there is. It's Corporal Rispa's home office. Though a lot of her paperwork will be, of course, at the officers' offices as well.
Yes, which
But-
he can go get access to at a later time if he needs. I think he is looking through her home office to see if there's anything whatsoever, looking around, like knocking on wood panels, looking for hidden objects, feeling along everything gingerly so he's not triggering any traps because he knows what to look for. So
Yeah,
I think he's just kind of looking for a little bit of anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a special action adventure point for this, or just a d20 roll?
Just a d20 on this one because
Let's roll it.
like I got anything for this. Yeah, that's a success.
Beautiful. Yeah. You find that the desk, which is like it's a ornately carved desk, but it's relatively thin and small, and so as a result, you're able to easily spot that there is a trick compartment in the back of it that slips open if you needed to.
Slip it open.
Yeah, absolutely. And you find inside it exactly what you're hoping to find: financial records, transactions of various bribes and the like. And lots of components like that.
Are these handwritten?
They are.
Does it look to be Rispa's handwriting?
Yes.
I will take the pen and wave it over to get that style on my pen. Are there any official seals? Possibly a seal for Rispa?
No, but there's the generic officer's seal for the guard.
Okay, I probably have one of those. Yeah, that's probably in my bag.
Yeah.
Okay. Dossier and just page by page by page by page. Just make copies of all of it and then put it back as accurately as I can.
Yeah, I like it. So now we've got two things to look into potentially. We've got this brooch that is protected by magic, and we've got this secret lever that seems to open a hollow door.
Okay. What do we want to check out first?
Well, the brooch will potentially set off a trap, so that maybe not that if we want to be able to do the other.
Can Cam check out the brooch?
Sure, yeah. You go and you take a look. What's your intention here?
Does it look like it's a... Does it look to be like my typical magic trap that Cam might have experience with? Or does it look like it is meant to look like there's a trap, but there isn't one? Like a false trap.
Looks like a trap.
It is trapped?
It looks like a trap, yeah.
Okay. Is there any obvious mechanics or anything, or is it magical?
It's magical.
Take it on the way out.
Sounds good.
There we go. We will close it, the box or whatever it's in, just in case we don't get to it. And I think we should head over to that hallway.
Yeah, so you guys make your way over to the pantry, and you feel the hidden door, and there's a lever there. Do you want to pull the lever?
I will give it a little like touch. Does it feel like it's loose, or does it feel like it's firm?
It feels relatively loose.
I don't think Cam would fully trust that. Is this something that could possibly be trapped?
Anything can be trapped. You're Cam. You know that.
Yes. Does this feel like it could be trapped? Can I make a roll as Cam to see, is this trapped?
Sure.
That is a tough choice.
You can deduce whether it is trapped or not by opening it.
Great. Ignore this next roll. Cam does.
The rod just moves easily, opening the lever. The door, on the other hand, though, slams open incredibly loud, and there's this big bang and echoes across the hall. Owlboy outside watching down, you hear this loud sound and see the guards stir and start to like head towards the house. Wait, you hear them say, aren't they both out? Yeah, I thought they were. That shouldn't happen if they're both out, right?
I fly into if I can, I fly into their faces at top speed.
I love it, yeah.
I dive bomb their
Bird
faces.
bomb!
Yeah, the intention here is to distract them or to get them to focus on you.
Kill
rather than
them.
them.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't want to hurt them, but I'll flap my
roll a
wings in their
d20.
faces. Yeah.
Oof.
What was that?
Failure.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so set book of my choice. Yeah, you know, ironically, I'm gonna offer you an option here,
Okay.
even though I'm not supposed to. But I think it's appropriate considering the narrative. You can succeed in distracting them in exchange for 4 points of damage from them as they attack you. Or you can get away and take only 1 point of damage from their attacks, but you don't succeed in distracting them from their task.
How much damage do we have total? 10? Is that right?
10. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's quite a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to narrate this because I like animals and I don't really want to see this, but it doesn't go well for you. Excellent. So Cam and the team inside, there's this loud noise, and you hear some shuffling outside, and then some hooting, and you recognize that your owly friend Pete has managed to distract the guards. There's before you a staircase heading down.
Cam will take a note in his dossier and put it away, and continue down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Cam walks down the stairs carefully. It smells down here.
Of course.
A fair bit. It has it's not like a horrible set of smells, but it's a lot of scent. And you hear quiet sounds a little bit.
Like a cat?
Yeah.
More than one?
Yes.
Do they sound young?
There are definitely some young ones in the mix.
I'll look towards Ronan to make sure that Tip is away.
Oh yeah, Tip's hidden.
Yeah, Tip is just shaking, quivering inside your jacket, inside your pocket.
Just kind of like holding him gently.
Mm-hmm.
We could put him inside my bag.
Tip, are you okay with being in a bag?
Yeah, I'm good here.
Okay.
He doesn't want to go to the shadow plane.
Not really,
Not
no.
for
Hey, buddy, you want to go to hell in a bag?
No.
How is that different than my current situation? Asks Tip, who is now suddenly a philosopher.
Because one will not have you eaten by cats.
Yeah, but if it's hell, then aren't I just surrounded by cats?
It's just a shadow plane. It's just a shadow plane. It's just dark.
Oh goodness! Speaking of cat,
Okay. Knowing that Tip's away, I think Cam is comfortable enough moving forward.
Yeah. So you head down the stairs and get to the bottom, and it's a basement. Clearly, there's no reason for this to be locked off or blocked in any way, shape, or form from above, except that oh my god, this place is filled with cats. This is not just a small or even a large number of cats. There's around 45 cats in this room, varying ages and sizes. There's some sleeping, some are curled up. There's a little kitten that just walks immediately up to Bianca and like starts like pawing at her foot.
Ugh,
this can't be healthy.
gross.
Cam will make a note that Rispo or Rispo's wife is a crazy cat lady.
I mean, are they?
Which is, of
taken
course, a
care
note
of?
I am taking.
What's your question?
I think Ronan would be worried. Are they being taken care of? I guess he could. Could he ask one of them? I think he might be able to. Yes, speak with animal.
Mhm.
I would. Can Ronan cast a speak with animal? With one of the cats, like a friendly one.
Yeah. Do you want an older one or a younger one? Someone in the middle age? Do you want the new mom? Do you want the one that's like sleepily lying on like a ledge and like just sort of licking itself and kind of its tail flicking back and forth? Who do you want?
I would like an older one who looks incredibly comfortable.
Yeah, just so comfy. Yeah, just there's a ledge there, yawning. It's like there's a sunbeam, even though there's no sunbeam.
It's just oddly warm near him.
Yeah, it's just oddly warm. I love it.
Yeah. So I'm going to get a little close, and Ronan's going to be like, "Hello, friend."
Oh, you're smarter than most of your kind. You can speak.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and thank you for deigning to speak with me, noble cat.
Of course.
He has spoken to cats before.
Clearly.
I was wondering, how long have you and these fellow cats been here?
Wouldn't that depend on which cat you're speaking to?
Well, I'm speaking to you.
Is that a treat you have for me in your pocket?
No, this is not a treat. And I'm going to look back at Cam and be like, "Do we have any cheese in your bag?"
Cam thinks for a solid 30 seconds.
You know what?
Try to like determine whether or not he has shadow cheese. And the answer is, do I have shadow cheese?
We
Great,
stole
he has
cheese
shadow
and
cheese.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
He brings you a giant wheel of like a half-eaten wheel cheese, and it is like it's cut. It's not like how it's someone taking bites to a fucking cheese wheel. Although shadow demons might like cheese. We need to determine that later.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
there is like, you know how it's regularly pretty normal. You know how like towards the edges it shines a bit. That's
Mhm.
inverted. It's like gets darker towards the edges because it's been in the shadow realm for a while.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay. Ooh,
Yeah,
I like that.
That's
second
not
you
a
pull-
thing. That's just fun.
Yeah, the second you pull out the cheese wheel, immediately like 20 cat heads just like perk up. I'm like, there's ears.
Ah, yes. Well, noble cat friend, I understand that cats love milk and
call
milk
me-
byproducts.
You can certainly call me King. It is my name.
Cam takes out one of his many daggers and slices a piece off and hands it to Faye. Not Faye.
Thank you.
Ronan.
Ronan's gonna hand the cheese to here, King.
Drop
I
this.
give you the cheese, a special cheese, unlike any other cheese you may have found so far. in lieu of any other treats I may have on my person. And
When you hear him purring.
do they treat you well here?
Oh, yes, quite well.
How many human servants do you have?
6 or 8.
Six
like
or
to-
eight?
I mean, there's 2 primary ones who do most of it, but they seem to have the assistants have assistants, if you know what I mean.
Of course. And he'll describe the the wife and wife who, obviously, and be like, are these the 2 main assistants that you have?
Yes, indeed. They are very good at scratching.
Do they say anything to you when they're here?
In that awful gab that your kind speak sometimes, sure.
Yes. Do you remember anything that they would have said?
Why would I remember?
Well, because sometimes when humans say certain things like good kitty, that means that they like you, or I have a treat means they have a treat, or
I like
no,
that.
or no, don't do that means definitely do that. And I will make strange noises when you do.
Like
Yeah,
jumping
so
on top of their cold box and getting into the cabinet atop there.
yes, exactly. The cabinet right up there.
Yes. Sometimes they spray me with water when I do that.
Oh
Cam will
no.
move that direction, just kind like taking context clues and hoping he's understanding.
Yeah, because right now I just want y'all to know
Mhm.
Ronan, when he's saying these things, is going meow, 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 meow.
Of course. Yeah.
So it's just, at this point it's just a little unsettling.
Except that, like, you're also saying, meow, meow, meow. No, don't do that. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam has written Ronan's name under the wacky cat people as well. Assuming Ronan just knows how to speak cat and not that he's using a spell.
Of course.
Exactly.
How's Bianca reacting to all this mess of cats? Is Bianca a cat person?
No, not at all. Thinks they're too arrogant, just kind of like hanging back.
Yeah.
Disgusted.
On the staircase. Well, perhaps I have overheard some phrases spoken. What is it that you are looking for?
Well, we were wondering if they called their group of people by any particular name, and he'll repeat that in human to Cam and be like, Cam, are there any questions you would like to ask?
He is currently trying to get the cabinet open from the
Oh.
thing. Like,
Yeah,
like
you
he's,
open the
like,
cabinet. It's
mildly struggling.
Yeah, the cabinet is filled with crackers.
He'll bring a couple over to King. Too, I'll say.
Yeah, they're crackers like cat treats.
He'll sit down and in human speak and like knowing he's sounding dumb to the cat, he'll say, "Do you have a collar anywhere? Particularly one with your servant's information on it?"
Your other servant of mine seems to be addressing me. Could you
Oh.
translate?
Yes, I certainly can, and I graciously translate.
Collar?
Yes.
There's a box over there in the corner. Sort of swishes his hand that way casually. Paw. whatever.
Cam will scritch his belly and his head, give him a couple more slices of the shadow cheese.
Yeah,
and
he
walk
does
away.
like rubs his head into your scratches, and then eats the cheese.
He'll walk towards that box.
Yeah. Yeah, you open the box. It has the box is easy to open. It's not locked,
Mhm.
and has just a series of hooks on the top of it, and each hook has a different collar on it.
I want to find the cutest collar.
Define cute, and it's yours.
Given the context of the characters, I want the pinkest, most bedazzled, sparkly collar there is in this fucking box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
want it to have a goddamn bell and a bow.
Okay, it's got it. 100%.
Does it have their information on a tag?
Of course.
Fucking perfect. He puts that away. That's all he needs. She's done.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And should we leave some cheese for the other
Oh,
cats?
he's already slicing cheese for all the other cats. Little bits.
Okay, good. Thank you.
He likes cats, but he's more of a bird person.
Yeah.
Birds are great
Um.
and weird.
So, yeah, still holding Tip a little bit. We'll give the good pets to King, and take his leave.
Yeah, can you roll a d20 for me? This is a great. It's not really. You're not trying to do anything, but I want to do it for.
Yeah, that'd be a 4.
That's a failure.
Cool.
Yeah, I failed.
Let's be concerned.
No, I don't think you have to be concerned. I think that had you rolled highly, like if King popped up in the narrative later, he would be willing to betray his masters for you. But because
Aw.
he failed, he is not.
Yeah.
Could Cam have tried that since I gave him cheese and such?
You were just a servant.
Fair enough.
She's a smart servant. He's a smart servant.
Ronan can speak.
Yeah,
Yes.
much more intelligent than the average servant.
All right. So I'm good. With heading out. How about you?
He's taking a note of what he has found. Looks to you. I think it's time you two get out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, find a path. Make sure somewhere where I can see you, so we can get out real fucking fast. I'm gonna go grab that brooch.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So from the outside, Pete, you see as Ronan and Bianca sneak out the side of the house, make their way away from the guardhouse, heading in the correct direction. What sort of shape are you in? Can you fly?
At half or a little over half my health.
Mhm.
I want to say maybe, but not especially well. I can't dive bomb anything. Probably I can't fly at top speed. I don't think.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Probably hurts a little to fly.
You're in your animal form, right?
Yeah.
You are at 2 hit points as a owl.
I took twice as much as I needed to be
But hey,
killed,
when you
yes.
go back to non-animal, sorry if it's Sparky. If you go back to non-animal, you don't have any damage.
There you go.
Okay, so well, do I take the carryover? The like the 2 outside of my hit points?
What do you mean?
To my non-human or non-animal form.
When you return to normal form, you regain the hit points you had before. So if you're at like 3 before and then you transferred into an animal, you would still be at 3 when you come back.
Cool.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah. So animals all have 6 hit points. Sorry, just for the record. Cool. Awesome. So you're at 2. So yeah, I think flying is a little bit tough. You limp. I think your wing is slightly cracked. So it hurts to fly.
Oh, was it 6? I thought it was 2.
Nope, 6.
Oh, okay.
They make
I reverted
attacks that
back.
hit for 2.
Oh, I see. I misheard.
You start with 6
cool.
hit points. You've taken 4. So you are at 2.
Yeah, maybe I'm just barely flying then.
Mhm.
If I can make it to a rooftop, I'd actually like to shift out if I can.
Okay. Yeah. So you may get up to a rooftop across the way and shift out.
And then I'd like to immediately shift into like a gibbon form, but like slightly smaller than actual gibbons, I think.
Yeah, sounds good to me. That's another 2 action adventure points. Beautiful.
So
Gibbons are so cute.
I think Cam is going to fucking thrash the place.
Wow. Okay.
So he's going to close the door behind them to make sure that the secret stuff is not obviously, messed with. He's going to fucking thrash it. Everything else to make it look like this is someone who broke in real fast and went through shit. And he's going to intentionally make noise. He's going to make sure there's a path right out the door that he knows the guards aren't at this time, because he studied the fucking building all week.
Yeah.
So he'll know approximately the time we're at, how long it'll take. He's going to do it at the exact moment. He has plenty of time to do it. Gonna wreck the office. Gonna wreck the living room. He's gonna tear the duvets. It hurts him too. Um, and he won't hurt any plants. He'll like lightly set them off to the side, but like crack the pots a little bit,
Mm.
and make it look like someone like threw them to the side, but then it's like fuck, and put it back up.
Mhm.
He wants it's thrashed, but looks like someone went through the effort to like put things back
Mhm.
to like, oh, they won't notice. But it's all a very intentional act, and once it's all done, he's gonna take a fucking brick and throw it through the front window and run.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Not dealing with a brooch at all. The magical protective brooch.
He's grabbing that as
Oh, right.
soon as that brick goes through that window.
He's
Going
grabbing
to grab it.
Okay. Yeah. So I think
Effectively, the alarm goes off at the same
I feel
time.
like there has to be a roll here, of course. So let's just roll. See what happens.
Be good.
We good?
Success.
Beautiful.
Success.
Yeah. So you do all of this, and throw the brick through the window, grab the thing. As you grab the thing, the magical trap goes off. It's not a trap so much as a alarm, and just like suddenly there's this loud blaring. Wow, wow, wow. It's just echoing through the neighborhood. People are waking up. Not that people are necessarily asleep. It's a little bit early in the evening, but like
Mhm.
it's evening or whatever. People are like, "Wah," and the
Yeah.
guards are like, "Oh shoot, what's going on?" And like they start running to look, and you just tear out the door. Is it your intention to be seen partially by them so that they have a suspect?
Yes, and before I do that, I actually want to spend 2 action points to have a persona of a common person to look
Perfect.
like some fucking farmer who she fucked up.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah,
Because Cam is fucking devious. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if you've noticed yet.
yeah. No, we've
Me-
noticed. Cool. Yeah. So you. So they see you, and like I
He
think
wants
by
them to,
virtue-
but he's covering his face. Like he's got it covered in dirt.
Yeah. So I think by virtue of the fact that you are doing that, like they have to get a pot shot in at you. So
Of course.
well, you're trying to escape. Roll a d20.
Escape. And as he's doing this, by the way, brooch in the bag. As soon as he's out the door, if he can break eye contact for just a moment, he's going to throw his bag into the nearest ditch,
Hmm.
like nearest bush or something, just so he has an opportunity to hide it.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So that is a tough choice.
Awesome.
Tough choice.
Yeah. So one of the guards is chucking a spear at you, to try and stop you. You can get through the door and escape, but the spear will hit you,
Mhm.
doing its regular too.
Okay.
Or you can dodge the spear, but you'll be stuck still in the room, and the guards will have another opportunity to figure out what's happening.
How much damage would the spear do?
2.
I could take that.
Okay. You get a spear, it lodges itself in your shoulder, and you are now outside. You ditch your bag.
And we'll like grab the spear and throw it
Mhm.
a different direction from the bag.
Mhm.
So it's like he's trying to make it look like as he's taking his bag off, he's like pulling the spear out
Yeah.
and then throwing it to make it. He's intentionally misguiding them.
Yeah, perfect. So
And
you
if
throw-
that takes an extra point of damage, he'll take it.
yeah, I think that's exactly what I would offer you. Yeah, so you pull the spear out and chuck it in the opposite direction, trying to distract them. Actually, why don't we roll another d20, see if they're deceived?
Would I actually? Hold on, I might have an ability that would
Never
do
mind.
that.
Ability will cancel.
Could I spend the action point for my disguise and have that work? Would we allow that?
All of that.
There we go.
I'll take that. Fair enough. So so they see the spear go one way and back go the other, and the guy's like, I think he's actually like, shit, that's my weapon, and like because he doesn't have another weapon, and so like he goes, well, we'll get your weapon, but we gotta not lose this guy, right? And so you Cam, just where are you headed? Where are you running?
He's gonna cut through an alleyway
Mhm.
and looking for an open door with someone,
Mm.
and possibly someone who doesn't look so happy with the Empire at all.
Okay. Pete, you are on the roofs above as this happens.
As
Um,
Cam is running out yelling, "Fuck the police!"
Yeah. Do you have an intention? Do you have something that you want to do to help?
Yeah, I also have a question. Did we grab anything like handwriting wise, evidence wise?
Pen
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
and dossiered every single paper.
Yeah.
Okay, choice.
I've got it, and all that's in my bag, which I threw.
Nice.
Not that you need to retrieve that.
I can
but
if you want.
know that. You wouldn't know that not to retrieve it.
No,
so
I
it's
wouldn't
up
have
to your
seen it.
character.
Okay. I guess if I'm just
No, you
up
would
on
just
the roof.
not know that I can retrieve it. So if your character would have seen it, because it wasn't pretty it was pretty obvious that he threw it.
Yeah.
From my vantage, would
up to
would I
your-
have seen?
Yes.
Okay.
It's up to you as to whether or not you go grab that.
But you have a choice here. I think you can either go after the bag or you can go after, like, try to distract the guards and protect Cam.
Do I think? Do I know Cam well enough to know that is that the right?
Yes, he.
That he would escape. Do I know that he is probably good?
You've known him for a week now.
About a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't think you have a solid answer on that.
That makes sense. I will let the guards gain on him just a little. I'll grab the bag and then I'll take off right after that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So you easily and effectively grab the bag. Where are you guys? If Cam turns down the alley, Bianca and Ronan, where are the two of you, and what are you guys doing? As the guards come barreling out of here, chasing Cam, and this alarm blares. Wow, wow.
This seems very out of style for the Cam you were just experiencing.
Hmm.
But he's also covered in shit now.
Literally, or
From the cat.
No, from like manure. Like it smells like he has a bag of manure or something. He just grabbed and just.
did you fall? When did that happen?
No, it's part of the disguise as a common like.
Oh, I
commoner.
see.
So, in my mind, he like has the clothes in his bag and decided, okay, fuck this, and reached in. He's like a fucking jar of shit, and just a little bit on the face to dirty himself up
Oh,
and make
Lord.
himself like a little fucking useless little farmer.
Essential to
Well,
any
yeah.
disguise kid, a jar of shit.
It's part of their persona.
So Bianca and Ronan, you guys are elsewhere. You see this happening. Do you respond in any way? Do you help out? Do you I don't know.
I mean, one that looks so fun.
Does not to me at all.
How come he gets to do the cool stuff?
By the way, if you guys can see his face, he looks way calmer than he should be.
I think he's fine.
Should we just go back to the place where we're gonna meet?
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Are you sure?
As you say that, a spear goes through his fucking shoulder.
It's just a spear. It's just a little sting.
I don't know about that. Maybe we should walk slowly just in case he's.
Rips the spear out and throws it a different direction.
See, just like a toothpick. It's fine.
Who is he?
He just looks mildly annoyed as he's ripping it out.
This is the coolest thing I've seen in so long. Like, says this out loud to Bianca.
You see the guards chasing out now.
Yeah, let's go back to the meeting place. I'm sure. He's
Okay.
I love it. You see this person, you choose not to help him. Okay, cool. Let's
well,
let's
I mean, will we? Should we? I don't know. Like, he
Nope,
seems
let's
like
do
he
it now.
hasn't
You're going back to the
been.
meeting place.
Screw him.
He's got it.
Yeah,
He's got it. He's fine.
yeah.
As he's like,
what's the
fuck,
plan?
shit, fuck, bleeding. Okay, like he looks calm. He's not.
Mm.
Ducking through an alleyway, looking for an open door.
Mhm.
First reaction.
Yeah. So the first door you get to, a woman pops open her head and is open. What's that noise?
Does this person look rebellious? Do they look trustful to
You're in
Cam?
kind of a ritzy neighborhood. Finding a rebellious person is going to be tricky.
How is Cam going to twist this? Cam does not think for a solid 30 seconds. He's very quick on this. Oh god, part of me just not going to do that. Looking around, does she have any like signet rings, anything imperial garb on her?
No, she's in like a nightgown. It's big and formless.
Is there like
Okay.
a gesture or a phrase or something that can,
So Cam is going to be, he's going to put on that persona. There's a rebel down the street. Please let me in. They're coming after me.
Whoa! Look at your face, though. I am not letting you in. You are a mess.
Grabs his bag and just covers it. They're gonna kill me, and they're gonna kill you.
I'm not getting involved in no rebellion, and she slams the door in your face. I mean, unless you have an action.
Is she a commoner?
No.
Okay. Okay, then he'll be fuck shit. Ducking around the corner. Do I see the guards still running towards me?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Continue running.
Yeah. So
If there's if there's boxes or anything, he'll throw it down.
Yeah. So where are you headed now?
Continuing down the alleyway, gonna take a left, a right.
Mm.
Continue down another alleyway until he can reach like a bridge or a river or something.
Interesting. Yeah, so there's definitely rivers that go through this place. We've got we're on a coast, but
Yeah.
There's still water, a lot of streams and things like that.
Yeah, he's trying to break eye contact with them.
Yeah,
as quick as he can.
Want to lose them. Yeah, why don't you roll a d20? I don't know why I say a d20. It's always a d20.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're able to lose them, right? They lose track of you for a second, and you've got maybe 10-15 seconds to do something outside of their sight before they turn a corner.
He's going to duck into a corner, pull out a dagger, and like he's gonna be stealthing. He's gonna sneak.
Perfect. Yeah.
If they see him, then he'll go after.
Roll a d20. I really should stop saying that.
Natural 20.
Yeah. They totally don't see you. They start running down the hall and the alley, and they like are blind, and they're looking all around. And one of them, like, it looks like he looks at you, except that like he totally doesn't see you at all. And the other one, she is just like staring down the street and sort of wandering, and like, did we
pick up
lose
a bottle and throw it down?
Yeah. There he is. That must have been him. And they just tear off down the alley running in the totally wrong direction, totally having lost you. 100%.
Look behind me. Is there just like a crowd of scarecrows behind me or something, just on a line, and that's why they couldn't see me?
Nope, they just didn't see you because it was dark.
He lets out a breath for a second. He looks around. Does he see an owl with a bag?
No. Does he see a gibbon with a bag, though? Pete? Have you followed?
Yes. Sorry, I was weighing my options. Yes.
Yeah.
If the guards run off somewhere without him, I will try to follow him. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you get to a place, and Pete sort of looks up and you see a small gibbon, which is a South American monkey, carrying your bag.
Upright with the bag over my shoulder.
Oh, thank God. Hey, Pete, toss that down.
It would be up, wouldn't it? Aren't you? Oh yeah.
No, he's in the ground.
Am I climbing? Okay. Yeah.
You're a monkey. I assumed you're up.
Okay. Yeah, I will drop the bag down.
Grab
gently.
it.
Yeah.
Open it up. And he's gonna duck into like a shed or something nearby and change into his previous outfit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And clean his face. He's got baby wipes.
And the gibbon, what do you do? Do you jump down? Do you hop on his shoulder? Hitch a ride?
I'm just perched somewhere, not too high, like close enough that we could talk if we needed to, or not talk, but I could smoke words out. Yeah.
There's like a lamppost or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Perfect.
Works. Yeah.
Or a lintel. Okay, and the two of you make it back to the rendezvous point, and the four of you meet there.
You guys can't tell he's bleeding, except for the fact that there's blood running down his hand, and it's kind of a considerable amount. But he's like holding it in such a way that it's like covered. He sits down and just immediately pulls it. He's like, "Can you do something about that?"
Yeah, I've got lavender essential
Ow,
oils.
fuck.
I've got lemon.
He's just poking at it.
And I like put a drop of essential oil, just a random one. On
You
his
actually put
wrist.
sulfuric acid on it. No.
But it's totally. I mean, the essential oil is nothing. I'm actually just healing him.
Of course.
For 5 hit points.
That puts me to max.
There you go.
Oh man, that sucked. It's not the worst escape ever.
That was
Still
the
alive.
coolest thing. That was
Woo!
so cool.
Looks like a smash and grab.
Was the poop necessary?
he like pulls out a little piece of his paper in which you can see he drew his own face and figured out where to put the shit so that it'd cover up most of his features ahead of time. Like, he intentionally put everything so he just didn't look the same.
I just feel like you could have used like dirt or something.
Dirt doesn't
else.
cake on as easily without additional, ingredients.
If you're
Ew.
determined to put poop on yourself, you're determined to put poop on yourself.
The smell is half the disguise. But he doesn't smell right now because I got baby wipes. And he has
Baby
cologne.
wipes.
I smell right now because it's hot. Okay.
Valid. So is he.
Okay. So you have recovered several things from here. What is your intention?
First to sleep the fucking night away.
Mhm.
He's gonna get a drink and sleep. That's his first intention. After that, since we got the cat collar, we've got the documents. He'll spend like the next morning at a cafe in the more rebellious neighborhood, like towards the edge,
Mhm.
going over the documents in his dossier.
I think for that scene though, guys, I think I'm gonna award everyone 1 adventure point, and I'm gonna award Cam 2.
Dope. That makes up for the commoner.
Yeah.
Which yeah, that's probably not a disguise he'll use again for a while.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, as you are heading to this cafe to go over the dossier and things like that, you see someone putting up a wanted poster with the image and name of this commoner that you
Of a shit-stained commoner.
that you looked for, that you emulated. Wanted dead or alive for questioning regarding the blah 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 by the Empire.
So it's actually not an existing person,
I know.
just the identity of someone who
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
just
they're looking for
convincing.
someone who doesn't exist. I know.
some random fuckwad
Yeah.
who's never gonna show his face again.
Yep.
In fact, Cam will even ditch the clothes in an alley close to where he lost them,
Perfect.
and like try to create some barefoot steps in the mud to make it look like the commoner just stripped and ran.
Like, cool.
Just
Awesome.
he's just trying to sell the image of this guy literally disappearing into nothing.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, he'll go over everything in the dossier that he got.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's a record of every bribe that she's ever done, of every of various sorts of situations that she's been in with various sorts of people. The big thing that stands out to you is it looks like she was hiding something for someone. In fact, it looks like she was hiding a brooch.
Was she hiding something from Mowgli or anything?
No. She was hiding it for. Sorry, let me check my relationship chart here. She was hiding it for General Proctor for some reason. For a reminder to people, General Proctor is our face of the Empire here in our city.
Fuck, we got another infiltration mission to do so we can discover what the meaning of this is.
Yeah. But General Proctor, basically, what you can tell from what you're able to deduce from the records is that General Proctor received this, but for some reason cannot keep it. But he does not want to part with it, so he trusted it to Corporal Rispa. And Corporal Rispa is responsible for it and responsible for maintaining its safety and whatnot.
And that brooch never comes out of the bag, by
Mhm.
the way. Just saying, just making sure that's clear. He
Yeah.
does not remove it from his bag. He doesn't even look into his bag to look at it.
Mhm.
It stays where it is. He'll just take a mental note and actually write in the dossier about it. Button, coded terms.
Mhm.
Kind of like making it look like he's taking notes of previous exchanges he needs to go over.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna try to. He'll see how this goes over. So he'll spend another couple days in the officer persona and going through things.
Absolutely. What are other people's responses to the situation?
right now Cam is doing the forgeries and everything.
Mhm.
While he's doing that, if the kitchen is open, I would order to poke madame, and if it's closed, I would cook them and bring one out to Cam and like watch and give it input through the pipe
Mhm.
here and there.
Nice. Tender. I like it.
Yeah.
What about Ronan and Bianca?
Both of them are muted.
Whoops. I think that Ronan is getting back into the good graces of Tip for
Mhm.
walking Tip into a basement full of cats.
Mm-hmm.
So that just means that this morning is Tip morning.
Mm. Play with
where-
Tip.
Yeah, just Tip gets everything Tip wants.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Bianca. What about you?
So, before this happened, I had been in contact with someone under Corporal Rispa's command, who is now addicted to my ability to cast relieve. So I'm probably gonna go check in with them.
Yeah. Yeah, so do you have a regular place that you meet this person? Is it on the street? Is it in a back room? Is it at their house? Is it in the offices?
It's usually pretty out. I would imagine it's kind of just out in public, under the guise of I'm selling essential oils.
Yeah. So yeah, so he comes up to you. God, you took a long time. I was expecting you earlier. Where you been? You've been good. You've been good.
Yeah, I've been fine. You got anything for me?
Yeah. He reaches and pulls out a purse and hands you a coin.
No, I meant information.
Do I have to? Can't I just like pay with money?
No?
Look, it's just that she's in a really bad mood.
Uh-huh.
Like her house got robbed by some commoner last night, and I guess he stole something, and it wasn't
A
hers.
couple of somethings.
And like she was supposed to protect it or something like that.
You know more about what that something is?
I mean, it's something of General Proctor's, but you didn't hear that from me.
Huh. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
She's protecting it from General Proctor, or protecting it for General Proctor?
Like he twitches a little bit. He gave it to her and told her to keep it safe. I guess he didn't want anyone to know that he had it for some reason or other. I don't know what that reason is, but he didn't want anyone to know that he had it.
Huh. What kind of relationship do those two have, anyways?
I mean, he's promoted her a lot. She's not like his right hand lady, but like certainly like at most one step removed. And like, I mean, I know that she's like reported people to him before. Like gotten people in trouble for being like lenient on rebels or whatever.
Okay, that's good enough.
It is?
And
oh my god, please, can I get my fix?
I hate this so much.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna cast. This is gonna completely wipe me out, but I'm gonna cast Restore on him.
Oh, cool. Okay. So that takes time. What does that look like?
So actually, with wait, what am I looking at? You touch a creature. So I think I just take his face
Mm.
into my hands and just
Well, what are you doing?
It takes a few minutes.
let's just don't worry. Close your eyes. Think about a beach. And I just kind of like guide him through some meditation.
Oh, that's nice. It feels good. That feels good. That's nice. You feel him breathing easier.
There.
Cam comes up behind him. No.
Oh my god.
What was that? That was different.
Just you won't need my services anymore. You'll be fine.
Has
Wow. Wow. Can you roll a d20 for me?
Yeah.
out of curiosity, has V shared who her contact is?
No.
Fuck. That
Um,
mildly changes the plan, but it's okay.
I mean, I would afterwards, but until then, I just rolled an 18.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think he looks at you and says, "I won't need you anymore."
No, you won't have any cravings or urges. Or you won't feel anxious. You'll be fine.
You know, it's not like I didn't know that you were using me for information.
It'd be hard not to.
But I've never met a person who would like set you free afterwards.
You've met a lot of people who have like done something like this, because
I mean, no, but like you hear stories about like spy masters and blood oaths and stringing people out and I mean, I don't know. I'm a town guard. It's not like I don't know how like criminals operate, string people out on drugs until. But you're just gonna cure me and walk away.
yeah, it's stringing people up and all that business. That's not my style. You're welcome to come back if you want like essential oil, so just regular ones. Full price, no discount.
Yeah, he like reaches into a pocket and pulls out a card and offers it to you.
Take the card.
It's an exploding card. You die instantly.
It's look, I don't know what it means yet, but I know this could have been a lot worse for me, and you chose not to make it worse for me. And even though it's you that did this, I still feel a little bit of a debt. So, for not ruining the rest of my life, I think.
Man, you're saying everything that Cam's gonna do if he gets the chance.
If you
Oh no.
if you get in trouble with the guard or something like that again, just show them, give them my card, and they'll get me, and I'll come running if I can. Minor offenses only, though. Okay.
Okay.
And preferably nothing to do with Corporal Rispa. That lady scares me.
Noted.
He sort of looks at you weirdly, like, who the fuck behaves like that? And turns and walks away.
He's an Imperial. He's not used to people being nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, God, no, not at all.
And thankfully, because he's an Imperial, he's not used to being people nice. being nice people, people being nice to him, he won't sense the fact that we are in fact evil.
His name is Oracle.
Oracle.
Oracle the Guard.
Oracle the God.
And then following that, I'd probably tell the group everything I'd learned and everything that went down with that guard.
Cam will ask the simple question: do you mind if I ruin his life? The hesitation says yes, so I won't do it.
Feel a little bad.
So Cam, you wanted to hang out for a couple days and see what the response is to the situation.
Definitely.
The response is bad. Lots and lots of guards are like going around and arresting people seemingly at random on the off chance that it might be your alter ego.
So that's something that I want to take advantage of.
Please.
So can we say Cam stole something more unique that isn't the brooch?
Sure, yeah, of course.
Something like a large diamond or like a wedding ring, and that's why they're being so need that.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. You have it's not it wouldn't be a wedding ring, but it would be like a wedding necklace.
That I can deal with. Anything he has stolen, he's gonna plant. He's gonna pick like the most assholish but not corrupt enough guard. The type of person who seems like they might not like Rispa, who seems smart enough to not dress as themselves. Maybe like maybe a sergeant, even someone above her who's trying to make sure she stays down. He's gonna plant the wedding necklace. I'm actually gonna spend some points from the Mimic copies of the brooch records and a couple, and I'm gonna make 2 record copies with the seals and all of that. So I'm gonna spend 4 points to make copies on records. I'll say 3 pages per point. Was that okay?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So he'll create a set for where he's planting and to keep for himself for future usage. And he's gonna plant this on someone who has their own room but still sleeps near the barracks.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Do you want me to roll a d20 for this?
I think I do, unless the adventure point solves it for you.
The adventure points only allow me to make a single document, so 1 page each. Never mind. So that'll be the brooch records.
Diplopico. Sergeant Diplopico.
So I'll actually spend another 2 points.
Perfect.
So, actually, no. I'll just keep the 2. It'll be the brooch records and a pawn shop record.
Beautiful.
But I'm not gonna do this immediately. I'm gonna hold it off. But that's what I'm doing. Okay. I want to see if someone in the rebellion can get me a perfect copy or near perfect copy of the brooch.
Sure. Yeah, that'll be a next step, and I think we'll find out what that looks like when we get back from our break.
Fair enough.
beautiful people, if you're watching, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a fun time. We are certainly running around, romping through the game a little bit, and checking some things out. It's a game. As always,
Cam's going.
as always, we like to take a moment here to encourage you, as you who are watching this, to think about ways in which you are privileged and ways in which you might be able to use that privilege to help support people who might be less privileged than you. I think that's a very important aspect of life. Life is really hard right now for a lot of people. It's really hard for a lot of people right now. And one of the most important things that you can do as a human being is to provide assistance and or help others. It is a good and positive thing to do. So look for ways to help. Sometimes that's financial, sometimes that's physical, sometimes that's emotional. And sometimes it's just listening and being there. And sometimes it's just educating yourself too. All those things can sometimes help other people. So look for a way that you can do that in your own life, and please do it. Just do it as best you can. Please do it. As always, if you're enjoying our content, please check out some of our other shows. We've got shows every Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. On Sunday, we have our Chosen Few show. I have no idea where that show's going. It's going all over the map. They're currently in the capital city of a world, trying to figure out how to negotiate peace between two warring nations. One of them was just conscripted as a spy into a force that is being run by another player in another one of my campaigns. So we'll see how that all goes. I don't know how that's all going to go, but we're going to see how that all goes. That show has changed its time to noon. That show is going to be at noon on Sunday. And on Thursday mornings, we have our dungeon crawl. Fun old classic old school dungeon crawl. Our paladin was kidnapped by a witch, and the other three have to figure out if they can save them. That would be nice if they could save them, because that is a fan favorite character, and also the character of the wonderful Marcus, who is here with us now. On Thursday evenings, we have our other show that is all assassinate the assassination of Primarch Magli Black Eyes. We have a fun time in that show, escalating drama more or less every week. Two of these wonderful players are in that show as well. Wave your hands, Faye and Neil. And we will, I don't know where that show's going either. I think maybe a boat ride through a maelstrom to a city that has been cut off from the world for quite some time, because that sounds fun to me. That was a lot of fun. By the way, all those games are taking place in a world called the Shimmering Seas. The Shimmering Seas map was made by none other than our wonderful Ash.
I'm still mildly upset you took the good one.
I took the good one.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, I did that. I actually have that on my wall too.
Oh, it's so good.
It is so good.
Yeah, that rips.
I'm still happy with that.
It's
Please tell me it hasn't ripped more.
Oh, not at all.
Great, because the parts where it did rip were not intentional.
Well, it's beautiful.
It was just from folding.
Yeah,
using a razor.
Yeah, no, it's gorgeous, and we are so happy. I am so happy with it. I think it's the greatest thing ever. And off to the west, there's a little sign that says "To Maelstrom," and that may be off the map, but it may be where these characters are heading soon. I don't know. We'll find out what's going on and all that good stuff. So crazy stuff all around. Come check out some of our other shows. We have a lot of fun. Also, as a note again, this game, Quest RPG, we're going to play, I think, 4 sessions of this game, roughly, more or less. We'll see what we do. But next week will not be one of them, for I am off. I am running a game on another person's channel, and it conflicts the time slots with this. I screwed up the time zone because the gameplay, the players in that game are partially in Australia, the west coast of the United States, the east coast of the United States, and Japan. So between
You've cut off.
Did my internet go bad?
No, you just went silent for a second.
Fair enough. The time zones in that game are a mess, and so as a result, I screwed up my math and double booked myself, for which I apologize to these wonderful players here, whom I love deeply. But I do feel an obligation to do that show, so I will be doing that show instead, and the show will have a hiatus week. Anyway, back to the game. So, first of all, most importantly, you, Bianca, a lady with sharp teeth and gloriously colored hair, you have decided after hooking someone on your magic to cure them. I think this is a remarkably generous and powerful act, uh, even if it was at the end of a self-serving thing. And I would like to reward you with 3 adventure points.
Oh, yay. Now I don't have 0.
How much did you use last session?
I did the 3 to get him addicted to the magic, then I healed you.
And gained 1 and then spent 7 on the resolve.
Yep.
To cure him from the addiction. It costs 3 to get someone addicted, but 7 to cure them.
Yep.
Sadly, that says something about the world that may be a little bit unfortunately true. So anyway, excellent and exquisite work in that as well. So, Cam, you have a whole elaborate scheme here. But let's just get to the high points of it. What are the goals here? What are we making happen, and how are we making it happen?
We are making a copy of the brooch.
Done.
We are going to a pawn shop towards the rebellious side of the spectrum to forge some documents that indicate the sale of this brooch to Captain Diplipoco.
Okay.
Well, the purchase from him.
Yeah.
And the sale to an anonymous buyer. In that same document. The record of the sale, the receipt, is something that Cam made a copy of, as well as a copy of one of the documents from Rispa's house, which is going to be very interesting for Rispa to explain about the bribery of her having the brooch itself. And we're going to take that copied brooch and do something fun with that later. That doesn't come in here.
Okay, so we don't need the copied brooch at this point. We just need
not at this moment
the forged documents from the pawn shop, and you need this brooch to be copied for later. Who do you know who forges items?
I will say someone within the rebellion, because you said it was easy enough to find someone for this.
Perfect. Yeah, I think there's a role there for that, though.
To find someone for it?
Yeah.
No. You did say it was easy enough to do before.
Yeah. I mean, I think the obvious complication here, if this is all right.
No, this is a failure.
I know.
Okay.
I feel like the obvious complication here is that you find someone who is capable of doing this, and are unaware of the fact that they are a spy for the Empire inside the rebellion. I don't think you get a choice here because it's not a.
Yeah, fair enough.
So this is what has happened. You have gifted this to them to forge an item.
I'm not giving him a copy. I'm giving him sketches of it.
Okay, sketches of to forge. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So yeah, they have.
Cam's very careful about this stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So you have no idea that this person is a spy.
Okay.
But they are, and they start work on this. It'll take a little bit of time, but they will have a copy of this brooch for you at some point.
Got it.
On the other hand, let's check on how things go at the pawn shop. You're forging documents at the pawn shop, and you want to slide these in secretly. You can forge things just with your adventure points, or automatically.
With the pen, I can use it to create. It automatically learns how to reproduce things, and then I can spend some adventure points to create a document in the style.
Perfect.
To create a forgery of a document.
Yeah. So. Well, if you have the adventure points to spend, then you can forge the document. The real trick will be you want to slip this into their records without them noticing. That's the plan, right?
So I would like to do an actual sale, so I have a receipt that I can then make a copy effectively and have the handwriting and all that. So I can do this outside. This is a receipt that I'll keep for later, and then the sorry, I punched my mic. Then the record, I'm actually going to be selling the copied brooch.
Okay.
And I'll give them the name of the sergeant.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you're setting like a fake identity for yourself to get this sergeant in trouble. I love it. Perfect. That makes sense. Let's roll a d20.
For which part?
We're gonna say that this is for. Well, I mean, we'll say for the whole thing, basically.
Okay.
I think we're going and making the sale, doing the whole thing. I feel like we can mitigate this whole thing down to like
fail
25 rolls, but for this. Yeah. So I think the failure here, obviously, to me at least, it's obvious, is that You give the name and of Sergeant Diplococo. What is his name? Diploplico. And the guy that you are selling this to doesn't ask questions, but also knows that you're not Sergeant Diploplico. So if he's questioned or about anything like that, then he will know that you are not Diploplico. Does he know your name?
No. Even though I have a persona of an officer, I couldn't use that as part of this.
You certainly can, but he'll know that you're officer, not Officer Diploplico.
Fair enough.
He's been drunk with Diploplico at a bar once or something.
Fair enough. I that's yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that because I can still work with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So over the next several days, we see fallout from this event. I think things get messy. There's a lot of brutal overreach of the Empire because empires are prone to brutal overreach. But the real thing that happens in this case, I think this is just true, is Corporal Rispa gets heavily demoted. She's in fact offered a choice she is offered a hard choice between resigning right now or being demoted to the bottom of the ranks. And she personally is convinced that her powerful friends and allies are enough to keep her up there, and she doesn't believe the threat is real, and so is demoted from officer down to literally street worker. She's just a town guard now. She has lost all respect, and all of the guards treat her badly. And this is a sizable loss of income for her as well. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that meets 100% the criteria that the Radstens Thieves Guild wanted you to deal.
That does. And I don't need to enact my plan B.
Yeah, I think you are in good shape here.
I'll keep the documents, of course, on hand and everything, just in case I need to, save face later.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So I think that means that the four of you will head back to the Radston, our bar on the ocean with a view and multiple levels and things like that. Is that good by everyone?
Good to me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And Cam, let's actually give you an adventure point for that whole sequence there as well.
Didn't have to spend.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to the Radston. Same host is there. Looks at you guys and says, "Welcome. Table for 4?"
Yep. Make it double, please.
Of course. And he gestures to the upstairs.
And we move.
And you guys make it upstairs. And Pete, what form are you in?
I'm still a gibbon.
You're still a gibbon. You just stay as a gibbon for days on end, basically.
It's been a week and a half.
Yeah.
I catch the Pokemon with
I love it.
in gibbon form, yeah.
It's an interesting aspect of the game. Time functions foofy because action points are not rewarded on rests, but on sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Intriguing.
It's fun.
I like it personally, but
I totally understand it, and it's interesting. It certainly doesn't incentivize the rest anymore, which is a problem that certain other games have sometimes. I'm finding it interesting. I'm examining the system. Cool. So you're there, and you are upstairs, and again, our man in the corner sees you and gestures you over.
We sit down.
Yeah. Do all
Like
of you
Cam does.
Do all of you join this time?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Sure, yeah.
You always seem to have an animal with you.
Yeah, this one's pretty cute though, isn't he?
Has the same pipe in its mouth as the owl. They may or may not notice that.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. Totally does.
Okay.
Reaches out a hand to shake your gibbon's hand.
I shake.
Smart animal.
I'm sure you've heard the news already.
Of course. So you're here for your payment then?
Indeed.
The location of the signal.
Yes.
they move around a lot, you know. And
Oh,
on
yeah.
seem like that does have to from time to time. But right now they're working out of a warehouse on Baker Street.
221B?
Yes.
Oh no!
Did it just take you a second?
Yes.
Great job, Holmes. I'm so not sorry.
Watson.
All right. I think Cam has no intention of relenting any of the information or debts or anything he needs or has at the moment. I think he's just going to accept the information in stride.
We'll be competitors soon.
You and I?
Over a small matter. Should be interesting.
What sort of matter are we referring to? Because
We'll find out. Besides, I could use the competition. I don't mind so much.
I could stay out of your hair.
No, you can't.
Is this something that's already occurred for me?
Just go to the warehouse. You'll see.
And Cam leaves without saying another word. And he is walking with a mild sense of urgency for once.
Okay. You guys are you heading to the warehouse directly?
Cam will make his way over. He'll wander a bit.
Oh, good. So you guys make it to the warehouse, the four of you, and you hear loud noises coming from inside the warehouse, just like because they're like heavy machinery almost coming from inside. Does anyone want to scout or look around or double check or investigate things before you go in?
Knock on the door.
Knock on the door.
I'm on the roof.
On the roof.
Monkey on the roof.
Ape on the roof, I think.
Primate, technically.
Is that true? Do you give himself tails?
I believe that I can look that up.
Monkey on the roof. Stop ruining the fun.
Gibbons are primates. They do not have tails.
Never mind. Fun is ruined.
Like gorillas, orangutans, chimpanzees, and bonobos.
Ape on the roof, thank you very much.
Ape on the
Ape roof.
Okay. Bianca and Ronan, are you guys just backing up Cam?
Is that the plan?
If you so desire, Cam is looking at he's kind of presenting himself as a dock worker. Like he looks like he's like the type of guy who's going around double checking fees and whatnot. Not he's kind of inconspicuous as normal, but nothing disguise worthy or anything like that.
So do you want us to come with you? Or
Your call.
All right. I'm hanging back then. I can't pull that. I can't pull off a commoner look.
It's true. Look at that hair. Look at those teeth.
Fair.
I'm pretty common. I'll hang.
Okay. Okay. So you knock on the door. And you hear like quiet, and like you hear the sounds like quieting down a little bit, but it's still there. Who is it?
You know, the machinery is pretty loud for you to be yelling quiet.
It's necessary. Who is it?
A friend.
I don't need any more friends. Who is it?
Well, you could always use friends like me.
I don't know who you are, sir.
Why don't you open the door and see my face before I say my name? I'm not an Imperial, if that's what you're worried about.
Roll a d20.
Success. Thankfully.
Okay. Hold on. And you hear like chink, 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 and like 4 bolts are being rolled back.
Only 4 bolts?
Slides.
Amateurs.
And you see like this man, he's got a pipe in his teeth, and he's got like a gray beard that is very short trimmed, and he's bald on top, and sort of peers out through big glasses, and everything about this guy is just like grizzled is the only word to use this
Mhm.
person. And he opens his mouth and smiles, and he's got big, sharp teeth, just like smiling at you, and he says, "So who are you, new friend?"
I'm a salesman of journals. Do you happen to keep journals?
"I don't know what you're asking."
See, as a salesman of journals, I like to wander around the woods and look for lost journals. I seem to have appeared to have found one recently. Do you look like you're missing a journal to me, friend? Let me in and we can talk in private.
"And who's your friend?"
You're still here, Ronan? What the
Oh,
That's Ronan.
should I have not? Hi.
Too late.
"Come on in. We'll discuss in private."
I got some drinks. I also have a ape up top who has a pipe too.
"A pipe."
Do you want me to call him in?
Piping. Smokes pipes.
You like to be piped. You got it.
Jesus, Ash. Jesus Christ.
He said he likes piping. I had to.
Had to is such a choice word. Okay. Tells us
Hey,
that-
come on down.
Okay, yeah.
Cam calls for Pete.
Yeah, seeing that things are amenable, Pete will drop down, pipe in mouth.
"What
Is
you
this-
smoking, friend?" He looks at the monkey, fully expecting it to. Sorry, looks at the ape, fully expecting it to reply.
Thank you. He puffs out with the magic pipe, pipe weed.
Pipe ... pipe weed.
Yeah, trying to be like a little condescending, or like, is that or like verbally ironic? I don't know.
Condescending is fine. He says, "Sounds good. Like the scent. Well, come on in and let's close this door up."
He has a
is-
pipe too. Sorry,
Yeah, he's smoking.
I'll gesture like, do you want to try each other's? Yeah.
Yeah, he absolutely passes his pipe to the ape.
Yay.
Pass.
Mine is shaped like a dragon. It's one of those ones that like when you let it idle, the smoke comes out of the nostrils or whatever, like something along those lines.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, his is like an old-fashioned corncob pipe.
Do I recognize the substance inside?
Yeah, it's a lower grade pipe weed than you have. You have like the best stuff around, and his stuff is like fine, but it's like a knockoff of what you have.
Knock off tobacco.
And he like, so he takes a puff of yours and he's like, "Whoa, your shit's good, man."
As this is happening, I'll look around. How far away is V? If I could see her.
Yeah, V, how far back are you hanging out? You're outside?
Yeah, I mean, I would be out of sight
Mhm.
because I kind of stand out.
Yeah, she's got bright hair.
Yeah. Fair enough. Look around for her. If I don't see her, I'll just continue inward.
Okay. Yeah, so he smokes like 3 puffs on your pipe. He says, "Well, I'd trade you, but clearly you have the superior pipe product," and he offers it back to you.
I will start kind of like hooting and whooping a little bit, like a little distressed. And when he gives me the pipe back, I don't give his back right away, but I puff out trade, and I open my case of pipes that I've made and try to trade with him.
You're
Give him a better pipe.
I'd
offering
like
me
to.
a better pipe?
Puff, trade, puff, better pipe.
He says, "Sure, friend."
I keep his corncob pipe and I give him a like a chimney shaped one.
It's so cute. When did you get an ape to talk like this? This is awesome.
He's not talking.
And he closes the door and like bolts it up 4 times. It's a little bit of a production to do that.
Yeah. Alright, we'll head to the back, I imagine, or somewhere.
Yeah, so he heads like there's like a office. It's like clearly a office for someone who's overseeing the work that's being done in this factory. But the factory is abandoned,
Mhm.
and you see in the middle that there is like heavy machinery that is underneath a tarp. Right, basically their version of quiet the tarp was to put a tarp. Quiet the machinery was to put a tarp over it to deaden the sound a little bit. But you guys can tell instantly that of course he's producing magazines here.
Yeah.
Somehow he pulls you back into the office and says, "So you found one of my workers' journals?" in the woods.
Indeed, I did. I didn't get a name from it, as far as I remember, but I did get some coded documents that I have copies of. The journal itself is safe. He pulls out some of the pages from the dossier.
The Empire, so clearly, we can work out some sort of arrangement.
My status with the Empire is a bit fluid. Usually I use them to my advantage. I'll put it that way. I pull out the documents, lay it out in front of them. Recognize these? This code, I imagine you do.
Of course I do. It's our in-house code. We know it.
Yeah, so do some others. I got your location from a certain trusted friend.
Well, that doesn't matter. We won't be here for long. We move out every week.
Smart. Do you transfer between similar locations or new ones every time?
New ones every time, but it's important you can't stop the signal.
Oh no!
Yeah, stop it every week to move.
Am I missing something?
Output.
What did you say, Marcus?
No, never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll reach into my bag to pull out my officer.
Bad reference. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was over my head completely. I didn't recognize it. Okay.
I wasn't gonna let you have it. I pull out my officer's identification forms, which are of Cam, and put them lay them down in front of him closed. And kind of lean back. Pull out a couple bottles of beer or something. Go ahead and read.
So he starts going through it, reading them.
As you can see, those aren't forgeries. Not that I, couldn't forge them very, very fucking easily. But those allow me access to places and certain people, so I could throw them off your trail for a bit. If you do something for me.
And what is this thing that you want from me?
Give me the code to this journal.
Just the code?
There's information here that I need for the signals of the rebellion. I'm working with the rebels. Don't exactly agree with the morality of the Empire.
You work for
they...
Kitiara the Brave?
Sorry, what?
You work for Kitiara the Brave?
I believe she gave us the mission, so yes, we do.
Fascinating.
I could try to get you an interview.
What, to translate this code?
No, give me the code so I can translate it myself and transcribe in this and leave you notes that only you can read. You
do realize that I have the journalist that wrote this, so I have access to the information.
That's not the point. It's so I can also leave you notes.
We publish all this stuff, right?
Perhaps, but is this going to be in this week's magazine?
It was in last week's.
Fuck! I just wasted my time, didn't I?
Damn.
Oh well. I would still like to have this information direct from the person, because I'm searching for the item mentioned within it, if there is one mentioned within it.
We have it.
Kitiara could use it. That's what we're looking for.
We're hosting an auction. A lot of people are interested.
Of course. And I would imagine Imperial spies are going to be there. People like me.
Wouldn't surprise me. We've had offers.
What are you auctioning it for?
Money.
Is
Look at you confused.
that genuinely all you care about in this instance?
We got something that everyone seems to want. We don't know what to do with it besides sell it. Might as well make as much money as we can.
And if the Empire gets that, do you know what'll happen?
No.
Fucking obviously.
Do you
Cam
know?
gets very serious for a second.
Yeah.
They'll find you. They'll kill you. They'll kill the Empire. Not the Empire. They won't kill themselves, probably. They'll kill us, kill all the people in this town. Anybody who goes against them, they'll kill them. And based on everything I'm seeing here, that's not something you want to do.
I don't think they'll go that far.
Remember those papers I gave you?
Yes?
You ever heard of the Broadwatch garrison?
No?
They were massacred. Do you want to
What?
know by who?
I'm guessing the Empire.
The Broadwatch garrison was Imperial.
Oh. Who massacred them?
Me. And my team. I show them the documents again and like pull out like a match and light it. It's like a slightly blue match, and it shows hidden information that reveals I am a spy for the Empire, or at least was. That star is worth more to the rebellion and to your people and to everyone in this fucking room and this fucking building than it is to them, than it is for any fucking credit you can get.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Hard choice. Perfect.
Yeah, let's think about this for a second. So here's the thing. Ironically, you've sort of put him in a hard position.
I have.
Shocking to no one. He doesn't really have a lot of options at this point because he's already started the auction proceedings, and there's lots of powerful people who are going to be there auctioning on this thing. So hard choice.
Has he said what it is?
Yes.
Because I could offer a hard choice in that he is the anonymous buyer of the brooch and give him the brooch.
Ooh, interesting. No, I mean, he's announced that it's the Fallen Star.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's see. Yeah. So he's announced it's a Fallen Star. He's got a lot of powerful people there. Let's see. What's the hard choice? I think no matter what, he'll give you an invitation to the auction.
Okay.
I think you will have to choose, though. Well, you have to choose.
By the way, as this is happening, I am opening those bottles of beer.
Yeah, sure. This isn't really a hard choice necessarily. I don't like that.
It's a tough choice. So I succeed in saying this and convincing him of it, but there's some sort of cost.
Yeah, he'll give you an invite. Yeah, it might just be a cost rather than that. Yeah, and I think that's the answer. I think he's unable to give this to you. So he can give you an invite to the auction, but you've got to figure out how to make up the money. And it tells you starting bid is 50,000.
Okay. I leave the bottle of beer, chug mine down, set it, take the invitation, and go.
Okay, Bianca, what were you doing outside?
I mean, keeping a watch, but mostly just braiding my hair, maybe polishing my nails.
Yeah, can you roll a d20 for me?
Yeah. One.
Yeah, no, I mean, great. Nothing happens. You don't notice anything. You're braiding your hair and doing your nails.
Makes sense.
And,
break one of your nails.
I think.
Shit.
I think someone sits down next to you and says, "Those your friends inside?"
Nope.
Talking to the paper.
Nope. I'm clearly sitting here doing my nails, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You gonna keep lying all day?
It's like nighttime.
I'm just asking if you have patience to just lie all day.
Do you have patience to listen to me?
Don't really have patience to be lied to all day.
Mm-hmm. What do you want?
Who are your friends?
They're not my friends.
Who are you all working for?
None yet.
Which one of them?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I'm just keeping an eye on the house, just like I'm sure you're doing, right? Keeping an eye on them, making sure that they're not double dealing, lying, thieving buttholes. I just want to know who else is in this auction.
You can ask them when they come out. God, why you gotta ask me?
You're the one sitting here.
Yeah, I'm like doing my nails. Can't you see my hair? I braided it. Like I'm just sitting here.
Do you like your nails?
Are you about to threaten me? Because I don't really like that.
I wasn't going to threaten you. I was just asking about your nails.
Obviously, I like my nails. Who wouldn't like my nails?
Well, you're boring.
Okay.
You could be helpful, you know, it would be easier.
Why should I be helpful to you? Who are you? What are you?
Yeah, and she looks at you and she's like, I'm just a person. Same as you.
Okay, so who are you to call me boring?
I'm looking for answers and you're not giving me any. What do you
Why
want for
should
them?
I?
What do you want for them?
What do you got?
I got money.
How much money?
5
5
gold or whatever. 5 currencies.
Currencies.
5 currencies. I need at least 5,000 currencies.
5,000 currencies? You gotta be kidding me.
This is hot information.
There's no way it's that hot.
How would you know? You don't know what it is.
Roll a d20.
Do well.
11?
Success. Outright success.
4,000
4,500.
currency. Fine. She like picks out a piece of paper and just writes something down and then hands it to you.
Oh,
Better
yeah,
not
it
bounce.
says right here 4,500 currencies.
Yeah, it's like a banknote.
Yeah.
And she seals it.
What did you want to know again?
Who do you work for? Buncher?
Yeah.
Yeah, so try to hit her. Yeah, roll a d20.
Oh,
Just grab a
this
gun and
is-
shoot her.
This is such a mistake. 14.
Yeah, so you hit her, bam, 1 point of damage to her. She doesn't like that at all. She like immediately like falls back and holds up her hand, and like you see like lights coalesce around her palm, and she says, "I have given you the money. Now tell me who you and your group are working for."
No way in hell.
Is it about this time we
I-
walk out?
Not yet.
I am going to I don't know if this will work depending on how far away I am, but I'm just gonna like do a nice chomp on that hand.
You're gonna try and bite her.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, with your sharp teeth.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah, roll another d20.
13?
That's another
Success.
success. Right? Anything 11 up is a success. Yeah, so she takes 2 damage, and I think like you bite it in such a way that the spell that she's clearly about to cast just like stops. She like tries to shake you off like you're a like
A chihuahua.
yeah, like a chihuahua or whatever. And then
Exactly this.
she holds up her other hand and just points a finger at the piece of paper that she gave you, and like a small bolt of arcane energy just shoots forward and disintegrates the paper. And she says, "Fine." She turns and walks off.
Figures.
If you don't stop her.
Call the gods. Raise a magic man on the loose.
No, I'm not gonna stop her.
And with that, at that point, Cameron and Pete walk out.
Why do you have
You
blood
just-
coming down from your
yeah,
Did
there's
you
just
bite? Should we
someone
be
wanted
worried?
to know who you were. She gave me a 4,500 hot ones, but
And
she
you
burned
didn't
the,
say anything?
well, she burned the check to a crisp, so
You
she
didn't
went
even give
that
her a
way.
false name. You didn't lie. You didn't say... Man, you were a terrible spy.
I'm not a spy.
Fucking
That's
obviously.
probably why. Listen, you didn't hire me to do whatever the hell you want.
I didn't hire you.
Okay, you didn't recruit me. But I bid her and she went that way. If you're interested, there's like a blood trail.
Cam will think about it for about a half second and follow.
Okay. Yeah. So you're following a blood trail. You get to the alley where she turned down, and the blood trail stops about 2 feet into the alley.
Does it like look like it just stops, or is it more of a like a there's elements of teleportation magic or something?
How would you know?
I don't know. Just
I don't think you would.
my brain is saying.
there-
My lizard brain.
If that is what Cam thinks, Cam is welcome to think that.
Are there any animals around, like pigeons or anything?
Absolutely, yeah, lots of them.
Yeah. Can I like a nearby pigeon? Can
Mhm.
I do speak with animal with them?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna speak to the pigeon. Be like, hey, you. Hey, friend.
Bread.
Friend.
Bread.
Bread.
And
Yes.
like starts
bread.
flying over to you.
I
and
like bread.
fly over as well.
And at this point, it's all like the
Yeah.
sound.
I think Cam knows how to say bread in pigeon.
Yeah. Honestly, almost every word in pigeon sounds a little like bread.
Mhm.
So like big walking bread. Where did big walking anger bread go? And I'll point at the ground where the blood stopped.
Bread.
Bread here, bread. But where did big bread go?
Gone bread.
Gone bread. Gone where?
Gone poof bread.
Gone poof. Like nowhere. No fly.
Poof bread. No fly. Ground poof.
Ground poof.
Green poof.
Green poof. Okay. Thank you. Here, more bread.
Bread.
Bread. Bye, bread.
Bread.
So I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna turn to Cam and just be like, oh wait, hold on. Yeah. So
Why did you just say bread at me?
you know what? Yeah. Sorry, you get caught up in it. You don't want to know how often I meowed the other night. So the bread, the person that Vi bit poofed into green with like green smoke or green energy. Yeah. So some kind of teleportation spell, maybe.
That's my thought too. Perhaps
But
we
it's
could.
green.
Pete, where are you? Start looking around for the ape, little primate.
I wanted to say I probably just followed behind you as you followed the blood trail, so I'm probably nearby. I don't know if I'm getting very far looking for anything.
I will hand.
Roll, you can look for something.
Oh, I meant like I'm not like moving far away to investigate or anything. I'm pretty close. Yeah.
Campbell hands you the collar. He'll reach into his bag and pull out the cat collar. Think you can get that onto an officer's desk?
I puff out. We will see.
Great. And he pulls out a piece of paper and like writes a little note about it and will hand it. And he seals it with his official generic seal.
Cool. What officer are you aiming for here?
One of the spy masters.
Perfect. I love it.
One of the people that Cam might actually be working for.
Might have worked for. Okay. Yeah.
No, working for, and his officer persona is still him.
Sure. Yeah. We can have that. Yeah. We'll call them Spymaster, so we don't forget who they are. Spymaster Theo.
Theo. There we go. Give this to
Um,
Theo.
Okay. So, yeah, how are you going to do this, my wonderful ape friend?
I whoop in confirmation, and then I take to the
Take to the skies as he
roof,
grows
rooftops.
our wings.
Yeah, the other up
The
direction stuff.
plane, you know?
Yeah, so you make your way over to where this officer's office is located. It's nighttime at this point, so it is not currently occupied. He's a 9 to 5 spymaster, as it were.
Yeah, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's fine. Yeah, but yeah. So you're at the building. It is an officer's building, so there's a fair number of guards still here. Some are like off duty, and some are not. But it's still like what's the goal here? What do you want to do?
I would like to scan the building for any medium ape-sized entrances, and if I don't find any, I would like to find some that are any other animal-sized that I can adapt to. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you roll a d20 for me?
17.
Yeah, perfect. There is a one of those windows that you have in like stairwells. That's like a small round window. That's like just like, oh look, there's light outside. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Nobody ever could fit through it, but you could, and it's half open.
I swoop in.
Yeah, you're in a stairwell. You know that the office is on the second floor, and you're on the stairwell between the first and second floor.
Okay, I will proceed up.
Yeah, so you run up the stairs and get to the door. Can you open doors?
As a given, do they have thumbs? I feel like they must.
They must
They
have
might.
thumbs, right? Yeah, okay. So you hop up and open the door, and you see that in the hallway there are several guards. There's two that are sitting at a table, just sort of having like a quiet conversation, and then there's like one that's sort of pacing up and down the hall outside an officer's office. It's not the office that you're trying to get into, but clearly like he's been called in and like is nervous about this and whatnot.
So I need to find a spymaster's room.
Yeah, you know where it is. You were told.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about you gaining the information, but the obstacles are that there's this guy walking and then there's two people in the hallway, and a given walking down the hall would be seen in some ways unless you come up with a way around it. That's the intent here.
I had started approaching this stealthily, thinking that I had to. Do I necessarily have to?
No.
You are the fastest of the apes.
Is that true?
Yep, literally just looked it up. And you jump fucking 8 meters high.
I
Run 35 miles per hour.
Yep.
It's pretty fast.
And you weigh 12 to 20 pounds.
I'm just gonna proceed as normal through on hind legs, as if I'm just
Walking.
Anyone. Yeah.
So just like walking in like you're a person.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
So the officer, so the guy pacing, just sort of looks at you, and questions and says, "Friends, did I lose my mind, or is there like some sort of monkey here?"
Puff.
One of the other officers
The
says,
second he turns around, swap back into Pete.
"That's not a monkey. That's an ape. I don't care. What's it doing here?"
I puff out message, MSG, important, no vowels other than the I.
Yeah.
And then Spymaster, no vowels.
I love it. Yeah, roll a d20.
Except Y.
Spimster.
Yeah, that's why. 17 again.
Beautiful.
Great movie.
Yeah, I think they just like point to a door, like confused more than anything else, because like there's a monkey with a pipe. Okay, cool, fine, whatever. And they point to a door or an ape with a pipe. Pardon me.
Thank you very much.
I apologize. And they point to a door, and one of them like, do you need help with the door, little guy? And like goes over and like turns the knob and opens it for you.
Yeah, I'll let him.
Yeah, opens the door and like sort of holds it open for you.
I nod, not like full on bow, but like a thank you nod. And I proceed to the spymaster's desk, and I leave the collar and the note on
Yeah.
there.
They look confused, and like one of them nods back at you, and the other one sort of stands up and bows, thinking maybe you're important enough to bow to. Like, totally confused, and then you walk out. It's just like befuddled at the experience.
I don't know why I had the impression that I had to get in and out without anyone seeing me, but that was the bent that I had.
No, I mean, I think that is both a perfect impression to have. I think I was getting that impression, right? I thought it was going to be a stealth mission too. But like, of course you can approach it any darn way you please. And if you please to walk through the door and pretend that someone, I don't know what is going on. Fair enough. That's what happens. Yeah, take an adventure point for that, please.
Hey,
I love it. I love it. Cool. So what is the plan now? Ronan, or Bianca, do you guys have a intention or a plan at this point? Do you guys know? Sorry, actually, I should start with Cam. Have you told them that you need 50,000?
I told them that about the auction.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, Ronan was there.
I show them the invite, and it says starting bid is 50,000. So we will need more than that.
So Bianca, just to put this in perspective, I think like a lavender oil that you sell, like the high end one, goes for like 6 or 8.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Dang. I'm in this to make money, not like not like get money and give it away.
Like, what if I pretend to be like so impressed with the oils that you make and just like be so overjoyed with them that other people buy them? I don't know if I can lie though. I mean, I'm sure they're nice.
I mean, the thing is, if it's just you, then I think it'll be pretty obvious to
Yeah.
everyone. Can you do like disguises like Cam?
I can take off my glasses.
Oh, that's good. Now, can you
Yeah,
change your
see,
hair a
hold
bit?
on. Yeah, he's gonna like kind of try to change the swoop a little bit.
See,
And
now you
take off
can
the glasses.
be now you can be Ronan's brother, Bronan.
Bronan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bronan is good.
And then then change the part the other way, and then you can be the triplet, Conan.
Bronan, and Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Hold on, no, I have to get in character. He'd be like, "Yeah, that sounds really good. That's really good. I like that. I like that option."
We've
Yeah,
got
I
it in
mean,
the
you know,
bag.
Cam
my
is
actual
staring,
nothing like
just 1,000-yard stare, as he's like sewing on some finery.
Yeah, I'm not really any good at that whole thing. But you know, I could learn.
What if you like make yourself look very haggard, and then like every time you come and buy my essential oils, you start looking better and better?
I could do that. I could try to learn how to mend my clothes. I mean, I should have learned how to do that a long time ago,
You
but
could
I never
borrow
really
some of
bothered.
Cam's manure.
Cam coughs in your general direction as he is like stitching a costume together.
Oh yeah. Hey Cam.
Yeah. You want me to teach you, or do you want me to do it?
I think I should probably learn.
Then sit down.
Okay.
He's just going.
Okay. A lot of fingers will be pricked. It will be awkward.
He forces you to wear the little thing.
Yeah,
Symbol?
no, for sure.
Thank
And
you.
Can Tip be better at it than him?
Yes, of course.
That rules.
100%.
Sounds.
What if Ronan can only do it when he is pretending to be when he's in Tip's body? Like, that's the only way he can get himself to do it.
Oh, interesting. That's cool.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'll go into a trance and I'll have
Like you
tips.
stab yourself like a motherfucker every time, but as your tip, you do it perfectly.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, your hands
Yeah,
are.
so
My hands are nice and small.
that's true. You're amazing at that. Tip is the best. Tip is just the best. He gets extra cheese and grapes.
He gets shadow cheese.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the good stuff.
The good stuff.
The rare stuff.
You have another fat failure. Sorry. Okay. So, our ape friend returns. Argiddon, having delivered this message.
Welcome back.
Um,
How'd it go?
Pete will revert at this point.
Oh, hey, it's I
Yeah,
actually get to
I
see your
forgot.
face again.
Back to Seder farm.
Nice.
Just a given.
Not an ape. It went well. I expected it to be harder for some reason.
Oh no, the officers they just let people walk around.
Yeah. they
If
did.
you pretend to know what you're doing and know where you're going, or at least have a paper with a seal on it, they'll let you through.
Yeah, I can do that as the monkey, but myself not so much.
Only the town guard start asking questions when you're in the barracks because that's where they sleep.
Hmm.
Yeah, people get a little concerned when you're near their beds. But in office buildings, no one gives half a shit. Just look like you know where you're going.
So I wasn't around for the fundraiser thing coming up, right?
The auction.
Or for the fact that we need to fundraise, rather. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just yeah.
Yes, you were. You were there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, you were in the room. Right, you were trading pipes with a guy who then later said that.
Yes, you're aware of it because you were in the
Right.
room. Only the
Okay.
need to be told about
Yeah,
it.
I forgot that. Regarding the money that we need to raise, can the rebellion
Hmm.
fund that? Do they have that kind of sway?
They likely already know, but they got some stuff in that note that might help us out.
Otherwise, I only have my pipes on me, and there's one less.
I mean, I could like have Tip also like dance or something for money, but I don't want to do that to him. That feels like exploiting him.
You want to talk about exploiting? I could water down one of my essential oils and say it's a limited edition scent, and it will sell.
As much as I like all this, I don't think we're gonna raise 50 grand with our jobs in 3 days. Because now there's a 3-day time limit. Thanks, Ash.
Oh,
3 days.
yeah, I don't really know how the whole money thing works here too well. So
We know.
yeah.
Maybe we can ask the rebellion. We can ask certain folks down in the pits. I think it might be better to just find out who gets it and then get it from them.
Steal it.
That's one option. One is to extort General Proctor. One could be to like he says that very quickly, just like yeah, we can extort that guy. But we could also like go get some beers with some other people. Like he just starts throwing out
so
random shit after the General Proctor thing.
We're gonna extort General Proctor. Got it.
That's an option
Uh-huh.
in one that sounds fun, but it's an option and
I see.
only an option.
Okay, what was the last one you just said?
Get beers with Spymaster Theo and tell him about Rispa's cats.
I don't know. I just feel like you want to extort General Proctor. Unless you want to get beers. I'm
Describe
impartial.
the woman who you bit. What did she look like?
She looked like description that is accurate.
Does that sound like General Proctor?
You can make up a description. Just so you know.
I imagined like a very tall, lanky, pale woman with long black hair and dark eyes.
Raven Queen.
Totally.
Does that sound like General Proctor?
No.
Okay. shit.
Pete sits down, cross-toved, and smokes quietly.
Does that sound like anyone Cam might know? Anyone Ronan might know? Any of us?
I don't
What's
know
up?
anyone here.
Fair enough.
Not well.
Yeah, same.
I think.
I think
Go
I
ahead.
have some of her skin stuck in my teeth. Would that help?
Wow. You need to.
Disgusting, but maybe. Picks it out and puts it in a vial. I think we need to brief Kityara and Mowgli on what's going on before we make any advancements.
Hmm.
The Rispit deal probably benefited them, but I don't want to be, extorting the general without permission. You can see, like, Cam is struggling to just say those words out loud. But, yeah, I think Cam wants to seek permission.
Okay. So you guys head your way back to the rebel base. And let's see, Mowgli lets you guys in. Actually, sorry, you let guys yourselves in and are escorted to Mowgli Brandybuck's office. And Mowgli looks at you guys and says, "Do you have the star?
We know where it'll be in 3 days' time.
Where will it be?"
A fucking auction.
Jesus. Do you know who's competing at this auction?
Competing? Not quite yet.
Auction.
It's an auction. But I know the Signals is the people putting it together, so we could,
That rag. Oh my gosh.
yeah, we could fuck them up, try to steal it. Beforehand, we
On
could.
the right side. I don't want to screw them too much. Hey guys, hold on 1 second. And he like pounds on the door, and Kityara walks in. And
Okay.
yeah, you recognize her, as does, of course. This was your first customer, Bianca. And she looks around at all of you and says, "Hello, all. I hate to have you repeat, but can you tell me what happened? We don't have the star."
Just pull out the invitation, hand it to her.
I see.
Starting bid's 50K.
But of course, it'll go for much more than that.
Much more. Pull out the sketch of the brooch. Set it down. You may have heard about a certain brooch going missing and a certain shithead capped corporal officer being demoted down. Yes. How much of a shitstorm was that for you?
I wisely chose not to speak to my sister.
Yeah. Is this Mowgli that's talking to us right now? Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, so since Kit is with us, I'll pull out the brooch too, the real brooch. Set it on the table. And then the records, set those down and pull out my dossier with other records and give her a full debrief.
Yeah. So she looks around at all of you. Well, you guys certainly have been busy. Accomplished a fair bit too. Well, we don't have the star. We've had our science division working on what it might be.
And?
We have reason to believe that Dr. Moops was working on an experiment at the tower. And
this isn't really a star at all.
It's a well, it's kind of a very powerful device, if it is what we have, what it says it does. It follows very strict rules, but then does what whatever you say. So if you say something like, I want everyone with rebel allegiances to die, then everyone with rebel allegiances will die. But if you don't word that right, then it could be rebels in other countries as well, or other parts of the world. It's a very dangerous item and not something that I'm comfortable letting the Empire have.
Enough kerosene, a couple of matches.
It's a magical item. It's not going to be that easily destroyed.
Oh, not the item. The people who are trying to sell it off.
Oh,
I was thinking like the warehouse, and then we can dig through the rubble.
Yeah, the people who are trying to sell it off. Takes them solid 15 seconds to get the door open.
it's the signal that has this?
Yes, I did give you the invite. I
Yeah.
debriefed her. So the debriefing is like literally everything. I tell her everything.
Yeah, she just like, yeah, sorry, it's just it's a little bit of disbelief. They're such a, I mean, I never mind them, but they're such a negligible organization, just publishing.
Now they're negligent.
Well, I'd hate for any of them to get hurt, but you're absolutely right. This is the most important thing. But be careful if other people are interested in the auction as well, and I'm sure they are, otherwise there wouldn't be an auction. Then they'll be watching for opportunities like this as well.
They are, and at the very least, the Rat's Den folk, King of Thieves, are keeping an eye out for it. So you mentioned something about competition.
I would bet the Ringed Worm is as well.
Certainly.
And of course, we have to presume that the Empire will have someone there.
Oh, I know they do. Okay, I don't know, but I know.
Of course they do.
It's probably Theo.
Of course. And then we should also presume that there's some rich butthole who just gets wind of it and is going to win because they have the money.
Yeah. My thought was follow whoever wins it and take it from them.
Be better if they don't get the opportunity to figure out what it does, though.
Yeah.
So that means it can't be the Empire, and it can't be the Ringed Worm. They'll be too smart. And the Thieves Guild, they'll be hard to steal from.
That's kind of the issue here.
So our best bet then is to somehow to find a rich fuddy-duddy and support them, or to steal it from the signal beforehand.
We can certainly attempt to steal it, but they wouldn't be keeping it in that same warehouse if they're smart enough. But
you guys have proved resourceful.
I've proven I have contacts, not that I'm resourceful. And those same contacts are the same type of people who want the star for themselves.
It's true. We'll perhaps rely on your more natural teammates.
Yeah.
Those are resources that are harder for other people to tap.
Yeah. And I think looks like our best option might be a smash and grab.
There is another option.
Not literally a smash and grab, like we're not.
Sorry, I had a thought. Do you know Lord Fauntleroy?
Do I know Lord Fauntleroy?
Yeah, Lord Fauntleroy is like mid-60-ish, famously like foppish idiot who has oodles of money. He like is that person who like walks into a building and says, "I own this now," and just like drops gold in everyone's lap until like he owns the building, and then we'll convert it into a like a fountain. Like, yeah, this is an office building, but I feel like there needs to be a fountain here, and so just turn it into a fountain and like bribe everyone in government to not mind that he does this. He's a little bit ridiculous because like he just sort of is totally whimsical, but like several of the nicest parks were actually kind of designed by him. But he's totally a buffoon and totally an idiot in many ways, but has more money than anyone. And so you're familiar with him.
So someone to let Ronan and Pete take care of.
Possibly, but actually I was thinking of word has come in that he is quite sick. Vi, I don't know if that's something that you can do.
Heal? Sure.
But if we can ingratiate ourselves with him and then invite him to the auction, see if we can get him to think about the fallen star for perhaps he could be there on our behalf.
I can help get you in there.
He might be, I wouldn't call him an ally of the rebellion, but he's certainly no friend of the Empire.
At the very least, I can get us an audience.
There's a lot of options now before you, but you are the team that is most familiar with the situation, so you are the team in charge of this. Make sure that either we get the falling star, or most importantly, that the Empire does not get it.
That'll be done.
And I think that's where we will end today's episode.
Yay! Little Lord Fauntleroy.
Oh god.
Yeah.
He's back.
Oh, bless.
Oh, jeez.
It's just such a perfect Foppish name. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys gain 5 adventure points and a new ability. So take a look at those abilities and see what it is that you want. And take that ability yourself. It is yours. To do with as you will, as always. And yeah, welcome to Quest. How's everyone feeling about the game so far? We've played 2 sessions. How's people feeling about the system?
I really enjoy the system and the game
Yeah.
and the characters.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, this is deeply fun.
Mhm.
I really enjoy this.
Okay. Cool. Marcus, any thoughts? Initial thoughts?
Yeah, I hope it overtakes 5e as the introductory route to tabletop RPGs.
It's definitely better for an introduction.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Nia?
Yeah, it's fun. It's simple. Doesn't require. You don't have to think too hard about it.
Yeah, cool.
Just do it. Just do whatever you want.
There you go. Cool. Well, all was fun. Well, again, it's going to be 2 weeks before our next session, but I'm already looking forward to it. Sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. And as always, it's fun playing with y'all. And
Always.
yeah, pick an ability, take 5 adventure points, and we will go from there.
Mhm.
Thank you all so much for watching, and we are very glad that you are here to figure out the answers to the most important question that one can ask: which one do I roll? As always, we highly recommend that you call your cat and feed your mom.
Night, everybody.
Um,